Alright. I am very non-functional today, so this is surely gonna go very well. We can just go back on red. Does it put us after the cutscene or before the cutscene, I wonder? Hey, it puts us after the cutscene, oh nice. Alright, how do I play this again? I sprint. I slide. Also, we murder policemen that are only doing the jobs, because why not? Indeed, there's a robot dog. Not a very helpful robot dog, but hey, at least we have it. It looks cool, which is probably its main purpose, anyway. Didn't get to slice the rabbit, so I didn't get to grab this one. That's alright. Blocky the block. The block sounds like a very fine shape. As a cube, I can appreciate that. Yeah, try to parry. Attack got light effects. Ooh, you parry yourself and also attack. Very fine. That's alright, my macro. Apply your body parts. I was trying to do the fancy spell that we learned. That one, and then end this. Nice. This is on normal. Thank you, camera. Didn't want to see much of anything anyway. Low command double checks to make sure he actually remembers to put on his microphone, because I've been, like I said earlier, not very brain-native today. I also noticed this. Because of course, we have fun pictures like that strewn around. More combat, it's very fun. That's what I meant to do. Hey, you can't catch it. Oh well. Oh, very fun. I should give that a try. I'm sure they won't actually ban you for that sort of thing. There's a lot of weird shit that happens on Twitch that's probably fine. Yes, game, thank you.
Yes,
I must... Hey, okay, that's not nearly as bad as I thought.
We will proceed through the buildings. You will follow me.
The way you phrased that, I thought it was actually gonna show anything. Or gonna show something, but alas. That is definitely harmless for Twitch standards. Hello there. The fuck are you guys? Oh, are you just the sort of tanks we were fighting in the previous chapter? Very fine. How dare you, honestly? Sound, are we good? Possibly the loudest thing I have ever heard. I hope that wasn't ear-rending for you guys. Keep pressing them. Why do I still have the fucking muscle memory of pressing LT for parrying? Just keep getting into trouble. Yeah, standards not as in like moral standards that they are upholding, but more in the sense of like the thing they commonly do in response to certain things. Oh fuck, I did that. What that during the landing or did I think I tried to parry the second swing and then by the time the third swing hit me I was no longer I think I no longer have the opportunity anymore. Does that do you in? Nope. Have to go I do dislike that last level, like sword thrust that he does, that keeps getting me into trouble. Ow. How do I keep fucking this up? It doesn't seem like the sort of thing that should be difficult. There you go. One down. Yeah, like I said, standard more as in like average, less as in like we are actually following our own rules. Although that average probably matters more for people that do actually make a ton of money, which I definitely am not. Oh, that was fun. Fuck, we got another A. Here we started off strong with a fine best rating. Now we're back to us.
Be designated for heightened security. Roger. Upgrading security status.
I was trying to do the augmented vision thing to see if there's any goodies around, but then we got more mates to kill, so I'll try to go on the other guy. Ooh, one slice. Very fancy. Anyway, can I perform Google, please? Thank you. Ah, box right next to me. That's gonna happen a lot today. Like, I should probably stop mentioning that, but I really am not very well of brain. Item up there. Can't just run up here, I suppose. Maybe we get in there through the door that we're supposed to open anyway. I sometimes wonder when it freezes time like that, like when the hit stop is super excessive, if it wants me to go into blade mode right away and finish the fight. Kind of the way I've read that, but it didn't really make sense for the robots, so I did that earlier, so...
backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar.
Nice
You
extra
can
foot.
engage if you wish. It is your choice.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That being said, it doesn't seem super important to have the...
based on data culled from various security systems. I took the liberty of adding a guidance device to your chassis to ensure you do not stray too far. Handy, eh?
Yeah, thank you, Doc. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be
Here comes more of them.
super troublesome to, like, miss things. Oh, I thought the guy behind me was attacking. I thought that red light came from there. Fuck's sake, I tried to do the PvE sort of input that they were giving me there, and that fucked up my parry. There we go. These guys are fun though, I do like those parry, 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 parry sort of thing. Not sure why I tried to be precise with that rather than just spam it. Since spamming also seems pretty functional. That's also pretty fun. Like, look at that. That's pretty fun. I think he's dead. I think that's the thing sometimes where in a game, if you're like sort of bad at it, or you're not ready for the different attacks yet, then your timing coincidentally is just late enough on a parry to get the perfect parry timing multiple times, and then once you get used to the attacks and actually read the tells and everything, you do it too early if you react right away, so you have to manually delay yourself from doing it. So I think I'm currently just, for those guys at least, in that sort of sweet spot where my brain is just slow enough that I'm doing the parry late enough to get the perfect parry. So once my reaction time gets slightly better and I read that a little bit faster, it's gonna be more difficult to execute. Right, Morpho? Welcome in.
What's your status?
They trashed my car. I'll have to go the rest of the way on
He
foot.
did sound very
You
upset
really
about
have
that.
to do this.
Look, I'm fed up with all of it. Companies like ours, yours, bend the laws when it suits business. Why not bend it when it can save innocent lives?
Raiden.
Boris, listen to me. That VR training, they'll be warped into killing machines. They'll be set on POWs, civilians. It'll be one atrocity after another.
Like what you went through.
We can't have any more Jack the Rippers. You saw what happened with George. I'm doing this, Boris. I have to. I can't save those kids from becoming cyborgs, but I can stop them from becoming murderers.
Say you succeed. Say you get all the brains back. Then what?
Just so happens I know un great cybernetic surgeon.
Doctor. But he cannot.
Almost looks like
You
he's
won't
sliding
change
because
my
of the
mind,
lack of arm
Boris.
movement on the
This
left
is my
arm.
fight now.
He does wobble up and
And
down a
your
bit.
wife and son? What
At
of
least at
them?
that angle.
They're in New Zealand. Safe. Rose would understand why I have to do this.
All right, damn you. You do realize Marshall has the contract for law enforcement throughout the city. They are the law in Denver.
Yeah, we've met.
Well then. Officially, Maverick Incorporated condemns you and your actions as unlawful. And a pain in the asshole. Now, increase your codec encryption. Do not worry about the lag.
And unofficially?
I'll do all I can over the codec to help. I do not like what those Mudaki are doing any more than you.
Spasiba, Tovarich. Spasiba.
Yes, thank you. More codec calls, please. I too dislike actually playing the video game.
Yes, Tovarich.
It's just another one behind it. What the fuck? See, after the first one, or maybe not the first one, but like the picture we had earlier, I was curious what was gonna happen if the game had a thing ready for it, and yeah, it does have a thing ready for it, indeed. Actually, electrolytes in the vending machine. Very fun. Look at me finding all this week. By the power of sheer coincidence. I would be surprised, honestly, if the difficulty, yeah, I made a similar joke when I first saw that. I wonder if the... Like, No, I would be surprised if the difficulty actually would change something like the parry timing. That seems like the sort of thing that should stay consistent as like a core game mechanic for the most part. Fuck yeah, we got a box. Hello there. Geckos. Hey, I'm doing that way too early. Oh, come on, I was... Move. Oh, I got to parry the small one and it gave me iframes for the Gecko attack. That's nice. I do like cutting these clean in half. That's pretty fun. Come on. Where's that sword? There you go. It is so awkward to execute. Oh. I didn't think there was another one around. Although the music hadn't stopped yet, I should have known. Just starting to loot my swing. Break everything in this office.
Find an elevator inside that office. Use it to reach the roof.
Thanks, dog.
Traveling atop buildings will minimize enemy encounters.
Right, next room. Slice everything apart.
Nice hiding spot. Wonder where you learned that from.
Not from me, obviously, because I had a camera. Would you kindly? I literally couldn't even turn it there. That was weird. But yeah, definitely did not learn that from me, given my complete lack of competence at the stealth section so far. Or, well, stealth sections, just using the box did not work out for me. Yeah. I miss. I am not good at this precision thing. Who would have seen this coming? There we go. And we got an arm too. Oh, I should have just cut them apart, my bad. I just mentioned it earlier, how that's probably what you do. Like, when you get the freeze frame, you know that you can press the button and end them, but immediately I forgot about it. That would have looked really cool.
Doc, what's your status?
Yeah, it's very campy.
Pre-flight checklist now. I have hired contractors
the entire
to handle
series.
shipping the brain units. We should be airborne in just a few minutes.
You sure you can pilot that chopper by yourself?
Right.
Like you have children being kidnapped and their organs harvested and used for experimentation and turned into cyborgs and shit. And then here's the fucking gecko, like the combat robot called geckos that moo. Like, alright, sure.
Continue to monitor your status and world
Just how it is in the world, I guess.
the pilot seat. I must say, for the world's largest PMC, their security procedures are quite poor. Quite poor. Sadly, I did not have the necessary permissions to override their plans. Nevertheless, the data I did find should prove most useful. So please, do feel free to contact me whenever you like.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Well, it's not every day one has the chance to collect so many brains. Think of the data, the research. Oh, and of course, your personal safety was a concern as well.
Yeah, I seem to remember there being a thing about the Metal Gear from the first one. Also, like, having the metal screeching sound effects, not because, like, it's actually roaring, but because it's part of, like, the... just its movement and shit, but it still had the psychological effects on soldiers or something. Like, I remember hearing someone talk about that at some point. Not sure if that's from, like, a codec conversation in that game or whatever. Or if I'm just combining random things that I once heard in the wrong way. Oh, an actual barrel. What do I do with a drum can? Let's see. Store liquids and other, store oil and other liquids. Contents are shielded from infrared vision, making it a great place to hide from UGs and cyborgs. Fuck yeah, this is me. Stealth. Oh, really? Never mind then. Maybe I did get that mixed up with the psychological warfare part of the Geckos then.
Roger that. Sending back up.
I should play those games myself at some point, rather than just watching people play them. Oh, I didn't think I still had the beat prompt because the combat music had kicked in. Nope, the guy behind me was the one who had to slow down. That would also not be super surprising, given how they do like to turn things into various combat machinery. Or people. No! Can't hit this point! There we go, got him. First try. Yeah, that does sound like the sort of thing Otacon would do. Stupid wing. Don't block me. Anything behind the thing? I speak England, I just say thing to everything, and then I can let the words flow. Oh, it's Ninja Run. Alright then. Very fine. Nice. At least I don't have to fucking do pull-ups to level our grip gauge or whatever the fuck it was. Or stamina gauge. There's a little leap he did there onto the other roof segment. Oops. Jack, please. Disregard ladders. Use ninja mobility. Hello there. You remind me of what's his face from the second game. Well, nothing too far. Right, just immediately go into that mode and there we go. I swear I pressed it again. Oh. Really need to get rid of Bird Satan number 2. Go on, please, thank you. That's good that that worked out, but that was not what I had intended to press. And slowest attack known to man. Ow. Wrong button. Look at that. Defensive offense or whatever the fuck it's called. I keep forgetting that. Let's disarm you. Oh, density event. Right. Very good. Oh, that was fun. So how does the game judge you? Like, what do you, score system-wise, have to do to get better grades? I hope I didn't just lock myself out. Okay, good. It looked like it was gonna try to lock me in, but then I ran through the wall before it could. Fucking invisible walls. Don't make me pull out the rocket launcher. Because neither of us would like that, I think. Well, okay. There was a lot of weird shit happening at once there, and I couldn't detect whether that was... No kills. What? Yeah, I couldn't really... It switched too frequently between various things, so I went into various buttons and various modes, and none of them really worked. Oh. Fair enough. I guess the don't get hit thing makes sense. Imagine getting the parry timing. Couldn't be near. What? Oh, I got hit from the other side. How did that not hit the fucking weak spot? There we go. There's a lot of red from behind me. Yep. Yeah, I'm not really paying that much attention to it anyway. Like, why is that random dude with a rocket launcher up here? What happened to you? Yeah, since there's no like stylish meter or something. Maybe there is and I just haven't noticed it. Like, legitimately, I would not be surprised if there is a fucking SSS thing happening in the top left corner and it's just not pretty. Okay, my bad. I just happily went into the next combat. I guess I'm in character. Yeah, it's not that in character. I might think too lowly of Raiden. I really like him very much. How could that be tricky? I do have stealth barrel and stealth box. Like, what more could you ask for?
This must be the railroad.
It would appear so. Likely part of Denver's old system.
Slat
This
times
city
when even
was
my
a
Borf
major
calls me to
transport
interrupt my
hub in the
gameplay.
early years of freight trains. This particular line appears to have been abandoned some time ago. It was originally constructed to transport supplies to an underground factory. But now, it seems even the electrical system is no longer functioning.
Yeah, it's pitch black in here.
As a cyborg, I trust this is not a serious concern.
Do you seriously not have night vision? Raiden, you assless fuck. The fuck kind of advanced ass robot are you? Oh, I have to like not do combat actions lest my night vision would deactivate. Hyper advanced, super agile, killing machine. Oh, can't see shit in the dark though.
They still have not noticed you. Do not expose yourself.
Can do what I want. I suppose. It seems like a pretty bad area to do that though. Oh, I was gonna sneak up on him and perform the lost backstab. Oops. Got a second going on. Where was I going? Yeah, well, let's just fight. Oh, I thought he was staggering from me attacking him, my bad. Oh. That was such a slow attack. Fuck's sake. Pokemon accidentally uses the slowdown from entering blade mode to then dodge the attack coming for him. Local man cannot see fucking anything because of camera. I mean, if only the darkness was the issue, it's just the camera being my greatest nemesis as always. I was ready to parry, but he missed. Can I? I guess not. Oh. I keep thinking they'd stagger for some reason. Not sure why I keep thinking that. Yeah, I mean, on some level I get why they wouldn't want you to just have this on permanently, because a lot of people would probably never take it off, kind of like Detective Mode and shit in like the Batman Arkham games. So forcing the player to turn that shit off so they can actually see the environment better makes sense to me on some level. But like, realistically speaking, it's a little bit silly. Yeah, it tries to get me backstabbed rather than the enemy, which seems counterintuitive for a camera. Like, for my camera specifically. You'd think it'd be working for me. You were not looking in my direction, you lying sack. I pressed heavy attack to parry instead of light attack, my bad. How slow can you go? Okay, never mind, then you just catch me anyway. How could I not dodge there, excuse you? I did the same thing I did the last couple times. He stepped out of range. How dare you? Fuck you then. Slice and dice time. That was not very elegant, but we'll take it. Well, I guess the Phasmophobia ghosts are more advanced than these technologically hyper-advanced cyborgs. Because the Phasmophobia ghosts actually do look in every direction at once, you cannot sneak up on them. So, yeah. Supernatural, Undwades, 1, Science, 0.
There is a maintenance shaft up ahead. Use it to return to the surface.
You don't tell me what to do. Stealth. Perfection. I'm very good at stealth. Oh, it's one of these fuckers. That was attacking me, I guess I missed that. Never mind, he died. I'm not sure it's really tech. But maybe. I mean, I can't disprove it. I guess Undeath just comes with some advanced perception capabilities. Can't see shit happen, but he did. Nice. In that case, I suppose most Ghost Wars would be Cold Wars. May I please, Udo? Thank you again. Yoink, must grab all the things. At least this mode isn't draining my battery or something. I could see that being a thing as well. Anyway, maybe enough of the Lost Ark section. Thank you.
Right.
Instead we get a phone call, I regret. Back to Dark, please.
To return to the surface. You will exit into an evacuated commercial district. Security is heavy, but you need not worry about collateral damage when engaging the enemy.
About time. Finally, I can cut loose.
Proceed to the right from the exit. You will find a stairway on your right. Those stairs lead to a shortcut to World Marshal Headquarters. Do not be distracted by the advertisements. You are not here as a tourist.
Sure. I'll just buy a quick souvenir or two for Rose, and that'll be it.
Raiden, we must hurry.
Remind me to teach you about sarcasm sometime.
I understand your attempts at humor. I simply do not find them entertaining.
You tell him, Borf. Why am I on your side anyway? You haven't helped me at all, Borf. Never mind. You tell him, Raiden. More things I find. Very good.
Right. You have almost reached World Marshal Headquarters.
Would you kindly stop shooting me? I'd really appreciate that. I do like seeing things, it's my favorite part of the visual medium. So how does one up there? Maybe I make you come down here? Uh-huh. Nope, not that guy, Raiden, please. There's a man with a spine directly next to you. You can't just surf on the pillar, that's just rude. That looks way too cool. You're my opponent, you can't look cool. Only Raiden can look cool. Camera, for the love of actual Satan, why do you make me look to the literally opposite direction of my current foe? Maybe I've been hacked and my camera is just the result of these mercenaries that we're fighting, trying to do me in as hard as I can. Look at this shit, can't see anything. Oh well. At least we've seen me slice those apart a few times already, so we're not missing anything. Oh. Extra Satan? This will sell some goodies. Yoink.
Enemy ahead, Raiden.
Wait, there's no water coming out of these. They also completely disappear. Never mind, they weren't connected to the water. I guess they were just like the city skimming on some fire hydrants? Hydrants. And just placing some there to make it look like there's actually safety around. Instead of just saving money. Anyway. Finally. I really struggle with spines sometimes. Wait, boost. Exactly, yeah. Don't need infrastructure for the city. Oop, nope, I pressed the wrong button. I thought I was in that camera mode because I did something cool, but no, I just accidentally pressed L2 again for some fucking reason. I cannot stop myself from doing that. These attack so slowly. I always press. Excuse you? I do like the dodge though. Even though parrying is always fun. Oops, I should have pressed the other button, my button. Just gonna start dismembering him, but then I got the finish him move prompt. But I already pressed the button. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Bye bye. Goodies. I'm paying so little attention to what I'm actually picking up, it's just goodies, must acquire. Slide into immediate blade mode seems pretty small against these regular moves.
The stock LQ-84 Fenrir, unable to speak. A real dog has a far greater intellect.
Well, this one has the power of camera on its side though. I am literally locked onto him and the camera just cannot keep up because of the fucking dumbass staircase. Alright, come down here so we can actually see what you're doing. Okay, maybe I shouldn't try to parry that one. I just coincidentally dodged at the right time. Keep occasionally just increasing my max health and not really noticing when I do that. Just like, oh yeah, hey, I got 10% more. Wonder where that came from. Oh well. Goodbye, tree.
Isn't this all a bit much?
You want to talk?
Lunatic would have quit after Mexico.
Jetstream Sam.
I heard you chopped the lab director in half. Old habits die hard, eh, Jack? But now here you are, the childish soldier, fighting for the children. Please, what do you really expect to accomplish here? Play savior to a bunch of brains? And what? Earn a medal? Think about it, Jack. No matter how many Mexican kids we cut or Africans we bury, the first world looks away. No one gives a shit. Not the media, not the politicians, certainly not the average Joe. Too busy fretting for money, or sex, religion, fame. But you're on a mission, aren't you? Gonna fix everything. Just you and your little sword there.
It's not that small.
Everything with violence. Is that it?
My sword is a means to an end. To protect those you'd prey on.
Really? Let me ask you. All those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them? When you're chopping them into hamburger?
They're adults. They made their choice.
Sure they're adults. Sure they signed up for this. Right on the dotted line of their BMC contract. Usually they're no strangers to war. In fact, many times they already lost a limb or two. Many times they were out of work and starving on the street.
They have a really elaborate monitor setup just for this guy to show off.
To fight God knows where. How else would you provide for your family when your country's embroiled in civil war? Pain receptors shut down, pumped full of fear-inhibiting nanomachines and sent right into the blender? Your blender? But they made their choice, right? Open your eye and see, Raiden.
Open your eye, haha, get told.
Then listen. Those battlefield emotions that the nanos suppress. Listen to them.
What are you talking about?
There he is! Kill him!
Can we take him?
What's wrong?
The way he killed all the others? Oh God. Please God, don't let me die.
Let's do this!
This isn't fair.
Little punk!
Listen closely now.
Die!
This life. I watched my wife and son die. This is all I had left.
You ain't shit!
Goddamn IED took my leg. I needed a job.
Stop!
I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Is something the matter, Raiden?
Local man considers other beings for the first time. Immediately gets smacked.
I nearly saved enough to bring Mama to the States.
Finish him off!
Whatever it takes to be free of this torture.
Stop it!
What am I even fighting?
Wonder if I can like plot loose here. Maybe it's just trying to make me complicit. Oh well. I mean, it's a bit late for that. Can I please? Thank you. Got him. First try. Carefully separate the spine from the rest of the body parts. Oh, the grenade knocked him away from my late move. That's actually advanced strategy right there. throw grenades at your teammates so they can't be blended by the swordsmate. Tuck your hot dog stand or whatever that was.
Raiden, are you injured?
I thought they had a choice. A fair choice. Not like you.
People are different.
As opposed to AIs? You're all the same, huh? You and your brothers. Manipulating mankind for our own good.
It appears my statement has upset you. I apologize.
No, it's... I know you're right.
As for AIs, we adapt as we learn. Just as any intellect operates, man or machine, altering the course of mankind is not among my defined directives.
I guess that's a relief.
Samuel's behavior does not match established parameters.
You know him?
Affirmative. We served together on 3 previous missions. He proved most capable.
You think highly of him?
I have always found him dependable. Until now. Scouting data for the next area. I'll patrol ahead. You follow.
Oh, just Doggo. Doggo's weird.
Raiden, your current emotional state appears highly volatile. I am sure you do not intend to abort the mission, but I suggest you avoid combat for the time being.
So for the time being, you don't tell me what to do. Right, the only way we can safely sneak by is very clearly utilizing advanced technology. We can't use items, never mind. Okay, right, and how about you have a little sit down, think about life for like 2 minutes or so, and then we come back full force and move a little bit faster than this? How do you feel about that? Because that sounds like a good deal to me. You can figure this out. I wonder if that's kind of recycled animation from the you got your arm cut off thing before. They could basically use the exact same thing, just have the arm cut off, and you would not notice that it's the same pose that he's holding his head in. Because I'm pretty sure the attack animations are the same. Not that I saw them for very long, especially with my little haha moment of I'm not attacking, let's see how long you can push me. Alright then, would you maybe consider getting your shit back together? Yeah, that's what I meant with they could just recycle it and then you wouldn't even notice. At least not blatantly. This must be a fun section of the speedrun. Maybe there's something you can do to break those. Like maybe if you get caught it stops early or something. Thankfully my advanced stealth... No, never mind.
Totally what I wanted to hear.
They just threw me away. You know, it would be like
I can do it. Almost got him. 2 more. Oh, never mind.
I know.
Hey Sam. Wanna fix my brain a bit so I can move again?
black and white now, isn't it? cause just? Or is that just what you tell yourself?
Ah, just, I get it.
How pleased you are to chop away, Jack the Ripper. My name is Monsoon, of the Winds of Destruction.
Yeah. I guessed as much.
He looks pretty done. I see it's not quite right now. That looks like a very awkward ability. Wouldn't you just leave your head somewhere in safety and just send out the rest of your body?
The insides of your enemies? How easily you ignore the loss of life when it suits your convenience. So tell me, who saves the weak from the man who saves the weak?
The weak. No, wait,
You're the
fuck.
ones exploiting them.
Fair enough.
You take advantage of their weakness.
Maybe we should give him a really hard
Of course
helmet
they
or
get
something.
hurt. When you set them up as your human shield.
They kept them in a box nearby.
Kill or be killed, Jack. Phnom Penh taught me that. Yes, you aren't the only one to grow up on the killing fields. War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Its final lesson is carved deep in my psyche. That this world and all its people are diseased. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. It's controlled by something greater. Means. The DNA of the soul. They shape the will. They are the culture. They are everything we pass on. Expose someone to anger long enough, they hate. They become a carrier. Envy, greed, despair, all means.
Oh, nice.
How about foolish shit? Is that a meme? You can't fight nature, Jack. Wind blows, rain falls, and the strong prey upon the weak.
Do him in, KD.
Sam tells me you
Saw
see
you.
a weapon as a tool. Something that saves lives. A means of justice. Now there's
Aw,
a pretty
poor guy.
name.
Burn back at it.
It spared you the burden of all the lives you've taken. Absolved you of guilt when you enjoyed it. That is until the illusion was broken. Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. You have no choices to make, nothing to answer for. You can die with a clear conscience.
You're right. About me, I mean. I knew something was off. After the Patriots, I thought
Fucking
I
hair
could walk
physics.
off the
Or lack
battlefield
thereof.
and into a normal life.
Maybe it's the advanced
But
cyborg
here I
hair.
am,
It stays in
surrounded
place.
by death, arguing philosophy with terrorists. I told myself this was about justice, about protecting the weak, but I was wrong.
Then you admit it.
I learned young that killing your enemies felt good. Really good. In America, my friends, my family, they helped me forget the devil inside. But who am I kidding? I was born to kill! The bit about my sword,
Facial expression.
that means of justice stuff,
Very good.
I guess I needed something to keep the Ripper in check when I was knee-deep in bodies.
You?
But you, all this, is a wake-up call to what I really believe. What I really am.
What do you say?
I'm saying Jack is back. Doctor, turn off my pain inhibitors.
What? This is madness. You
Do it!
All right.
Pain. This is why I fight.
Yeah, I mean,
This is my normal. My nature.
You've lost your mind.
it's got some big man, what am I fighting for energy. Except with actual good delivery.
Who's next?
I'll take this dance. No, sir. Report back to the chief. He's mine.
He looked so sad.
The boss. I misjudged you. You are like us after all.
Now you're just being nasty. That nickname you love so much. Wanna know how I got it? Actually, why don't I give you a demonstration? I think it's time for Jack to let her rip.
How could I have dodged that if I didn't skill the aerial carrier one there? Oh, yeah, man. Oh, sorry for that perspective, guys. Could you please actually do something with the riposte at some point? Thank you. Oh, maybe I should use this at some point. Probably not. Yeah, that doesn't do basically any damage until the time is now. Maybe I was just supposed to endure.
This one's on me!
Did I? Or is it too early? No, I just messed it up. Okay, fair enough. You could probably make that look pretty cool if you just time it correctly and do one swip. Have I now? Are you sure? In Blue Lobster dimension, I'm not even sure where that is, so I'm not sure I can help you. I mean, how did you get there? Maybe we can retrace your steps and get you out of there. Also, hello, I like burgers. Same. I swear I pressed it. I wonder if you can make this easier by just positioning yourself next to a wall, because that's one less direction for him to attack from. I am way too early every time now. Before I got like all perfect. Which didn't really do anything because he always got away in time. Hey, there we go. Bonk. I did Google at the kitty at the behest of Mandango. He sorted me out, rightly so. Maybe I should just spam X rather than timing it there. That's alright, nice. I think this might be the first time I've seen you join without your trademark AUs. Is everything alright? Okay, so I definitely have to strike when they're pretty close. Never mind. Looked slightly too low for the other thing. It's true, yeah. Good old kitty priority. Makes sense. I wasn't blaming you either. Jesus, H, goddamn. There's probably something you can do to speed these phases up a little bit. Just if these are all like big man defensive phases, and I just have to wait for him to like give me the opportunity to do something again. Okay, I need to find a way of dealing with this attack. Maybe I should just dodge it instead of trying to parry all of it. Hey, there we go. Well, this sucks.
Forget it.
Oh. Excuse you? How did I know? Oh no, not my memes. Oh, I thought we were doing the same thing. Should probably actually look at what's going on rather than just assuming things. Nice. The camera rotating around did not make those parries any easier, I have to say. I thought I got those. Never mind. I thought he said, "Are you even gaming?" for a moment, but then my brain finally corrected it. I don't know what it is.
So this is Jack's terrifying true form.
So I'm hitting up. There we go. That's probably supposed to use the blade mode more in general, because like apparently in this red form my fuel cells are always just full. Oh, I couldn't see what I was doing there. Not this time. Well, just don't attack basically. Oops, way too early. Blocked at 10%, so we're phasing again or something. Gotta say, well, the presentation and the soundtrack are pretty good in this fight. I'm not enjoying it very much otherwise. There's probably something I'm missing because there's no way they have you sit through like that long of a defensive phase every cycle. Maybe I could just use items or something to make that a lot faster. It did just drop me some EMP grenades, so maybe I'm supposed to use those to disrupt this defensive bullshit. Oh boy, time for a massive dodo.
I'll put you under, weakling.
Sure they're gonna run along that.
Now what? Jack Ripper.
Yep. Predictable.
You're dead.
I swear I pressed that, excuse you. I was holding the left stick for a second before, maybe that fucked it up. Oh.
Now what? Jack Ripper. You're dead. Bullseye. Go easy.
Whence doth your head be?
Kill. Or be killed. Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course.
He's trying so hard to sound
And
gruff and rugged.
No, I passed one. To you. Sure as the sun will rise. The slaughter will continue.
Very tall man.
Now, I return to the earth.
You've always been on Earth.
Rain falls. The strong prey on the weak. All is as it should be.
Yeah, I mean, I've commented on that the entire time about how, like, his, like, gruff voice doesn't really fit him, at least to me just yet.
Raiden?
He's such a, like,
I'm fine, Kevin. Relax.
big,
I'll
I
get
don't
the
know,
reins.
I guess pretty boy, and he doesn't sound like his MGS2 version very much. And, like, the same voice actor just trying his hardest to sound like what's-his-face. It's just kinda, I don't know.
Alright, man.
It sounds incredibly goofy to me. I can't help it. Well, in 2 it was intentional, right? Like, Raiden was supposed to be this thing. I don't know. This sort of nothing character, surrounded by all this tall, interesting shit. We missed 2 fights, huh? Maybe I just didn't get ranked for them because I fucked up or something? Oh. Oh well. I got the Sai. Sure, let's customize Raiden's body. Could just buy all these upgrades and call it a day. I think that's all I'll do. How much is this? It's not that expensive. I really feel like fucking around with them. Like, I tend to just like the basic swordplay. Maybe on a second playthrough I'll fuck around with the other weapons more. I can't really judge the games particularly well because I've never played them myself, I've only watched people play them. Even if some of those playthroughs were pretty in-depth and stuff, so I shouldn't really say too much about it, but from what I can tell, 2 seems kind of interesting. That being said, I do have a... like, maybe I would enjoy 4. Maybe not because there's too much cutscenes.
I'm impressed.
I stop rambling while dialogue's happening.
Server room undergoing training. Knock yourself out. Go nuts.
But yeah, I don't think I'd enjoy 4 in terms of like actual playing it because the like abundance of cutscenes would drive me insane.
Sorry, sir.
But in general,
Our business hours for the day have ended. We are looking forward to your next visit.
That wasn't you saying that, right? That was an automated thingy because if that was you, oh, you're a robot. Never mind. Then that was probably you saying that. Anyway,
Watch out!
I do have a thing for games where it really feels like the creator's just like, mates, please, I am fucking done with this, stop hounding me about it. Like Dark Souls 3 for example, and Metal Gear Solid seems to be going through that a lot with Kojima just not being... Wait, did it say both sticks to enter as mode? Oh, do I need to be like all the way full or something? There we go. Okay, so we just cut them up immediately if we do this. There's probably more to it that I could see in the VR tutorial thingy, but I'm not gonna check it out. I know someone's gonna be in chat like, hey mate, you can do this now. You go into that mode, and then I'll be like, alright, cool. Good type him for no backseating, and so on and so forth. You can also transform while in it. Nice. Also, like, insane attack damage and everything, it seems like.
Raiden, Sundowner contacted you from the top floor. Time to make your way up there.
Well, the way I heard it, he was already not feeling it too. He was like, oh, you guys want more of this shit? Here, let's pretend to give you more of this shit, and then instead you get fucking Raiden after this little bait and switch fake out thing. Which I thought was great. It's probably not as fun if you're like actually into it and trying to play it, and it turns out to be not as enjoyable of a game or whatever. But I thought it was great. Like, it's a pretty cool and ballsy move. I respect the hell out of that. And then 3 probably... Actually, it's been a while since I got into it. But yeah, I think he was already like not looking to do more Metal Gear Solid at the second one already. Okay, I guess I'm just full on rocket, so I can't pick that up. Bit awkward how the debris still has collision on it and stuff.
The elevators appear to be disabled, which we should have expected.
I think with 3 it was a B team of sorts starting the third one, and then he, like Kojima himself, came in later and was like, alright, let me instead salvage this and we do something good with it. But again, it's been quite a while since I like looked into it. It's not exactly my strong suit of a series.
Use the weapons around you to slow them down. Throw everything at them you can.
Yeah, especially for someone like Kojima. This is like interested in having like fancy and crazy ideas and doing new and cool shit. But yeah, from what I've seen of like videos, it seems like Q was more interested in like doing meta commentary on the players themselves and everything, rather than focusing on giving them what they wanted. Which is probably where a lot of that awkward reception came from. This fucking wall here that they have sitting around is really awkward. Does it want me to like be in this room and just have them come to me or what? Because it sounds like...
Wunderbar! My hack was a success! Board the elevator right.
Because I just can't fight them if there's like invisible walls there and they're just... yeah. Or maybe not invisible wall, but like an actual wall there.
For security purposes, the building is divided into upper and lower halves.
But more like, they made that first section on the tanker as like, hey, here's your ideal more of Metal Gear Solid thing. And then, like, haha, surprise, rug pull, 15 minutes in, you're instead Raiden, who's looking up to Snake and all this shit, and you're in kind of over your head, and everything is kind of weird, a recreation of the first game's experiences and shit. Like, the story and the sort of flow of everything is very arbitrary and artificial, and then it just kind of goes full meta towards the end. Which, again, conceptually sounds very fun to me. But playing it, I mean, and being a fan of it, I'm not sure if I'd felt the same at the time.
To cut the power to the security gate, which will not be easy. It is powered by no less than 3 systems, including a backup power supply. You will need to destroy all of the electrical control panels to disable them. In any case, you should arrive at the 20th floor soon.
Also, I'm sorry about like talking about over the dialogue and the cutscenes and stuff to an extent. I don't particularly care. My apologies. That's something you'd like to see properly. But I feel like the talkie sections and stuff are kind of the most boring part of the game. I like playing it and I'm okay with the story and characters and shit, but not really particularly interested myself, so I'll just play it for playing it rather than like paying all that much attention. But if there's no like discussion or something happening, I'll just shut up and let the cutscenes play out. I guess I'll have to break this shelf just to get this item. A bit awkward. But I guess climbing shelves would be too much for a cybernetically enhanced ninja. Alright, blade mode.
That's my boy.
Didn't do that the first time. That's where we came from. I guess we're going here. Hi, guy.
An electrical panel nearby. Inform you. No choice now.
Oh, hey. Game, for the love of fuck, stop making me face a random ass enemy on the other side of the universe. Stupid rock launchers. Hey, but that doesn't mean I won't still apologize for not maybe giving the game its fair due at points. Like, I also completely agree, like, if the streamer is like, I'm not really interested in the story, then sure, don't, like, you're not, like, forced to listen to it or whatever, or pay attention to it, but at the same time, there are definitely people that do care about it, and so I feel like at least, like, going, hey guys, so I am aware that I'm being a bit of a knob, but that's just how it is. It's, like, appropriate. I feel like it should have given me the Y and B prompt there. That I went straight to the thingy mode. Well, I thought I could bury that in time. This camera is hell bent on making me see fucking nothing. Let's see. Man, that's a bit awkward. But yeah, I usually like to how do I say that? I usually like to let games sort of speak for themselves, so if there's like a cutscene or a dialogue scene or whatever, even if I'm not particularly interested, I'll usually just shut up and let it play. Like I did with,
Use your enhanced AR to search for any unusual heat sources inside the walls there. There should be an electrical panel
Signalers,
nearby.
for example.
Use your enhanced AR to locate it.
Even in the parts where I wasn't like feeling it all that much,
Use your enhanced AR to locate
I
it.
will definitely give the game its time at this moment to do what it wants to do.
2 to go. Keep at it, Raiden.
So when I don't do that, I feel like I should at least apologize a little bit. Oh, it's one of these. Why does it not have? I was just guessing because it has the same sort of wall panel. Fair enough. Let's do a little flip in place as we approach the laptop. Just like in real life, whenever you approach a laptop you do a little flip. Just to show off that you're not actually a nerd and that you're physically in the peak of human existence. And just using a laptop does not mean anything. Yeah. So the paper was passed.
It is composed of steel alloy bonded by a high-frequency electrical current. It should unlock once the power has been cut.
There's something else I wanted to talk about in terms of like playing this game and just rambling about video game stuff. I always dislike basically spectacle fighters are a really bad genre for me to play because I dislike pointless over-the-top spectacle, as some of that sounds. So whenever a game goes like mega ham on like a cool cutscene where something incredibly crazy is happening, like let's say at the start of this game with the Metal Gear that you're fighting and then all the cool and crazy shit that Red does with it, I don't particularly care for that sort of shit in games, basically ever. They never really add anything to me. In fact, I usually feel like it detracts from the actual game when games do like those sort of over-the-top cutscenes. Specifically talking about cutscenes here, not like these sort of moments here are perfectly fine and good. Just saying like for like the actual like tall action, high spectacle cutscenes and set pieces. It's not really something I particularly care about. They always, to me, feel like they are... It's like someone telling you, hey, I'm really cool, instead of doing or actually showing you anything really cool. Like, whenever a game does that, where it's like, hey, here's my cool spectacle cutscene, I sit there and think, yeah, okay, I understand it. You feel like you're really cool, you have to tell me how cool you are, rather than actually being cool. Well, I just sit there with like this expression on my face, just waiting for it to move on so we can continue playing the game. And to a certain extent I feel the same about this game, like, which sounds kind of mean because I do like this game. Whenever you actually get to play it, it's really fun, but I just am so bored whenever we get like big man cutscene with epic shit happening or whatever, which again, for the most part, isn't that prevalent in this game. This is not like me criticizing this game specifically, but just explaining in general that I kind of dislike spectacle stuff and usually don't get along with it too well. Am I being stupid? Am I not supposed to press that? I wasn't paying attention that much. Totally broke the second panel, didn't we? Was there two more? There must have been two more.
Yes, that should take care of security. Now, head back to the gate.
But yeah, it basically always feels to me like someone telling you how cool they are. Like, hey, we made this cool ass cutscene, instead of a game in which you do cool ass shit. Like, let's say for example, you're watching Raiden climb on top of the fucking Metal Gear and doing like cool shit on it. In a game where you instead play that yourself, I enjoy that much more and find that much more appealing or interesting. Like, compared to Shadow of the Colossus, when you climb one of the Colossi, that's really cool. Watching what's-his-face climb a Colossus in Shadow of the Colossus would not be nearly as interesting, right? Now, they could still animate that really well, and again, I feel pretty bad talking shit about it, because like there's obviously a massive amount of effort that is put into the animations and the cinematography and whatever. Like, it's well done. It sounds great. It looks great. Like, all of that stuff. It's really cool, fundamentally. But practically, I really just don't care for it. It always bores me to death, as dumb as that sounds. So I feel like a game should always try to at least have you heavily input the cool shit, rather than just sit back and watch cool shit with the occasional quick time event on it. Oh, sorry, too?
Well, your past is most,
What you getting at, Doc? Most of the time, you're working with first world ex-military, grown men. Compared to the average third world child soldier.
In DMC3, you get to do a lot of the cool shit that he does at the start of the game, unless you were using that as a positive example. Like, when he fucking knocks someone over, slides on him, and fucking shoots around himself, you can do that in the game. That's a move you can pull off. So, like, that sort of thing, I'm fine with. I like that, but a cutscene where your character does shit that is completely disconnected from the rest of the game is just, like, not the same. I think JRPGs usually go very ham on that, because you have like cutscenes where your characters do really cool shit, they're super agile, super powerful, and then we return to the actual gameplay and you're like on a grid moving like tile by tile, or having turn-based combat with very limited capabilities and stuff, and then oh boy, action cutscene, sick shit happens. So like, that sort of disconnect can be particularly strong and pretty bad in that case. But I think even like as a genre, just spectacle stuff isn't really for me. I don't know, it always kind of just bores me / rubs me the wrong way. Not because of like, oh, you can't actually do that. That definitely helps a little bit if you can actually do the cool things in the game, but just fundamentally, I don't know how to explain it better rather than just someone telling you I'm really cool versus someone actually like being cool. It's like, look at all this cool shit, look at these crazy animations, look at the sick shit that happens in this game, oh my god. It's like, yeah, it's a cutscene that happens, cool, I guess, nice, but it's not really a thing because we don't actually get to do it, as dumb as that sounds. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure Show No Tell applies quite that hard. It's more of a we're in a game, not a movie sort of thing. Like, I don't know. I find it hard to pinpoint what about it annoys me so much, or like what about it disinterests me so much, because again, I can see the artistry in it, and I do like respect the effort, and a lot of times it works out pretty well. Like, for example, I never had that feeling when I was playing Nier Automata, for example. I think Nier Automata also has a lot of like crazy set pieces and a lot of weird shit and wild shit that's happening, but it never felt like it was disconnected from the game in some way, and never felt like it was just doing that to impress me, rather than just as part of the story. Maybe that's the good point. Like, it's trying to show me fancy animations and cool cutscenes to impress me, rather than because it's like part of the narrative or whatever or something. I don't know. It's just eye candy, basically. I don't know. Anyway, I should stop rambling about that now that there's actually things happening in the game. Yeah, definitely. I said that earlier. The best part of the visual medium is always when the visual part doesn't actually work. Like cameras pointing in walls and not actually showing you what you need to see.
Idiot.
I probably not enjoy Dwarf Fortress very much. Not really. Like, I've tried multiple times, but I never got into the genre of like colony building or like managing that sort of thing. Be that in RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress, or even Oxygen not included. Like, I like them conceptually, I like watching them, but playing them myself, I kind of tend to get bored really quickly. Something about him just doesn't seem quite right to me. I should not have kicked the guy away before I tried to cut him up. Alright, Turtle. Welcome in. Like, at least in this, for example, this is alright because I'm still doing shit. Like, my decision making is affected by what's actually happening. It's not just having cool animations play because we want cool animations to play, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's continue. I'm not even sure I was supposed to fight that guy. I just fought him because I like fighting things in this game. Is there something behind me maybe? Sneaky little goodie bag? No, nothing. Low command missiles. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh. Wait, can I just slice you from the get-go? Oh yeah, you do have that thing available immediately. I just need to actually hit. It's part of why I dislike games where your run thing, like as long as you hold down run and just move towards obstacles, your character does everything for you. Part of that is because, like, why not have me actually do the jumping or the sliding or whatever, like at least make it so that I have to input the button. Because as is, like if I'm just holding ninja run and forward here, I'm basically watching a cutscene rather than playing a game. That's not the whole thing though, I generally dislike when games try to do things for you and in the process take part of your control away from you. Like, let mistakes be my mistakes rather than our system said you didn't do the thing. Oh god, no. I guess that's kind of a more arcadey approach, you just like focus on actually like the playing of the game above everything. More so than presentation and should. That said, presentation and should can absolutely add to the playing of the game. Like, this game is absolutely great and part of the presentation and everything. Same like other games that I really like Doom Eternal or whatever, is like very fun because of the music and the animations and the everything coming together very well. Employ explosion to launch yourself.
Climbing like that, it'll be much easier for you.
Thank you. Will do.
Good, Ryder, yes!
I love physics. Physics are great. I see it. My phone is ringing. I was wondering if those audible.
Yeah, almost there. I have just finished analyzing the latest security data. You
Goodbye,
should find
spam
an
call.
indoor garden
Sorry
up
about
ahead.
that.
A garden? Sounds fancy.
A Japanese garden, to be precise. It is an area set aside for VIPs. Apparently, one of World Marshal's directors is a rather serious Japanese culture enthusiast.
All right. So what's this got to do with me? Is there something I need from the garden?
Not at all. You need only pass through that area to arrive at a freight elevator.
I mean, indoor gardens are really
to
fancy.
the elevator controls through the unit we hijacked downstairs. I have located the server room as well. You can reach it via the freight elevator.
Great work, Doc.
Elementary, my dear Raiden. Now, head for the garden.
I'm not sure hating physics usually allows you to defy it, but that being said, Raiden seems to be generally fueled on like our anger and hatred and that sort of thing, so I'm not super surprised. Also, yeah, I guess it depends on the kind of garden. You can make a garden very, very fancy, definitely. It's pretty fancy. Bit weird, but definitely fancy. Let's take this lovely ambience for a little bathroom break, BRB. You can't just spoil people's names in the chat, Jesus. Terrible. I'm joking. But yeah, it definitely does feel that way, doesn't it? Because this kind of comes out of nowhere and feels pretty arbitrary. Very big meme energy. You happen to just miss out on Winston. Also, while we're talking about Winston, can you tell me if he had like if I just played that fight horribly poorly? Or if there are just long phases, oops, I double tapped accidentally. Or if there are just long phases where you're not supposed to be able to attack him? Because I feel like that fight had its defensive phases stretched out quite a bit longer than basically anything we've had so far. Alright, fair enough. Because that aside, most things so far have been very, like, snappy. The bosses didn't have, like, much sort of downtime, or many instances where it would, like, make you dodge for, like, long stretches at a time, rather than being able to have, like, a active back and forth. Which I don't mind as much. It just felt like a bit out of place, comparatively. Nice miss, Warden. Give me your arm, thank you. Yeah, on certain attacks, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. We did get a good number of perfect parries during certain phases, and it didn't feel like it shortened them at all. I just felt like you couldn't do anything about them. I do like these random Mook encounters where it's just very simple and I get a free S rank sometimes. It's quite nice. I don't think I did anything particularly fancy. Sorry about that. I have to take my hand off my controller to press my mute button, and I'm sometimes a little bit lazy. Where are we going here? Oh, this is actually the way to go. I thought I was going for the Swig route. That's a shame.
The main exit is sealed. I very much doubt you can get through there. The catwalk above it was connected to a corridor meant for transporting materials. You can take that to the elevator.
Very tall man, these. I guess he was on the rubble. This is not actually all that tall. May I please hit the... Nope, what? There you go. First try. Fair enough. Yeah, for example, the attack where he dashes back and forth 4 times, I felt like if I just perfect parried that, I might be able to knock him out of that and maybe get a hit in or like shorten the phase at least a little bit or something. But that didn't seem to be the case. I think I got a couple of them. I had the prompt and I was mashing B. You are lying to me again. I do not appreciate lies like that. I will never perfect parry these because their attacks are way too slow. I love seeing things in the visual medium, like I said earlier. It's always a good time. Yep, it's great. My camera spun like 360 8 times in this segment. Way too early again. Oh fuck, the other guy came in first. This time I was waiting for the parry. If I had just pressed it early, like before, I would have been fine. Thought by jumping I could have let the grab. I swear I pressed my active dodge thingy. This fight is annoying me a little bit. Between the awkward camera and then just things barely not working. I'm probably just mistiming things slightly. I hate that move because he just charges forever. I don't know how to reliably about that. died? You are dead. Yes, okay, fair enough. Weird. One of the DLCs. This has DLCs? Oh. I wonder if I have those. Maybe I didn't notice them when I bought this a while ago. The rush reminds me of the fucking Sekiro ogres grabbing you and likely one-shotting you because there's one fairly early before you're swollen enough. Actually, I mean, you don't really ever get swollen, okay? I like the ones that do the fucking wrestling, grappling moves in Ashina.
Alright, follow the catwalk straight ahead to reach the elevator.
Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll have to look into that. Although, it doesn't sound like you're very excited about them. Wait, did I not grab the thing? I didn't grab the thing, did I? I rubbed up against the chest, but I guess I was slightly too early. Just clowning around on the railing.
My apologies, Raiden. I seem to have fallen behind.
No
You are
worries.
so useless, dog.
Actually,
I do not
I
trust
should
you.
thank you.
What are you talking about?
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten Jack back.
Then, that is your true nature.
More or less. Still interested?
I find no reason to alter my objectives. From the moment we met, you have acted on emotional urges. You speak of protecting those weaker than you. Such people number in the billions. It is impossible. You cannot save every human being in the world. You cannot save every street child. After extended observation, I have come to a conclusion. Your actions are rooted in affinity for those from similar circumstances as yours.
Huh. Guess so. Not much of a superhero after all, huh?
However, your emotional status is understandable. Perhaps I share this same affinity.
Well, if that's what you feel...
It actually changes the
then
camera
glad
on
to
the
have you
Borf as well. That's kind of weird.
Roger.
Oh, I guess I'll check them out after the playthrough, maybe.
Elevator just
If I
ahead.
find them for cheap. You have seen absolutely nothing. Camera, I cannot express how much I dislike you. You have no fucking idea. Jesus, that was so awkward. Oh my fucking god, I am ill pleased. At least I got an arm and a spine. Can't touch it. Never mind. Fair enough. In that case, I probably already have them. That'd be nice. Need to be somewhat responsible with money at the moment. That was a health upgrade. I noticed me picking one up actually for the first time. I've noticed my health getting upgraded here and there, but this was the first time I actually noticed when it happened. Anything else around? Doesn't seem to be the case. I got lucky. I was just walking towards that and saw the crate behind it. As you've been able to tell, I haven't been checking these areas all that thoroughly. I was gonna say, are these guys just gonna let me massacre this man? He cannot hit shit in this game. Oh my lord. Well, that was almost cool, but he turned a fucking 180 degrees while I was jumping over him. Oh, fuck me. Oops, I missed the grenade. I was waiting for him to attack. Watching him, but didn't notice the red thing on the ground. Hammer out, what the... Alright, did you say so? He ended up behind me. Wait, what? What did I press B on? I could press B on something. Hold on. Yeah, it fucking moved around me while I was fighting, so my parry had to go the opposite direction. I guess I had the opportunity to go into the spectator event earlier as well. What the actual fuck? Why am I facing the literally opposite way? Terrible. Back to B's. By which I mean best rank, of course. I'm surprised this didn't blow up. This looks like very much the sort of thing that would explode if you touch it wrong. Oh no, enemies. Ow. I pressed the wrong button. Nope, I did it again. Cool. Yep. Great. Good job, me. Proud of my button pressing abilities. I will not. Nice try though. Yes, it can't hurt to ask. I do it a lot. Wait, the cow also died. Never mind, there it is. See, good surgery. Move, man. Back to BA6.
You little.
Well done. Bullseye. Some of this attack animations with the light attacks specifically remind me a little bit of The Witcher. Like the quick sword flailing left and right sort of thing.
Careful, Raiden. The elevator cannot take much more of this. Jump to that adjacent platform. Oh, the platform is losing speed. Scheiße, the tripods are interfering. Raiden, clear them out of the shaft. Do not let them block the elevator.
It is so awkward to hit the fucking spot sometimes. Oh my lord, I should not have done that. I was close enough to jump on the other platform, I'm pretty sure, but then me killing that guy and doing the spine removal gave them enough time to set up again, and now we're... Can I please target the right mate for once in my fucking life? I mean, how can I not do the spine removal if given the opportunity though? Well, this is only 90% awkward. Yes, go to the guy on the other end of the universe rather than my mission objective. Thank you, Raiden. Love you. Yes, please target somewhere completely different so that I may never leave this elevator ever again. Shut the fuck up, dog. You don't know my pain. Alright, I'm gonna leave you be. Bye. Expected to get a D for that. That was pretty terrible.
They are deploying security from the top floor.
I guess you can always get the D when you want it.
Your path to the server room leads right through them.
I fucked up. Understandable. I'm trying to hit the chickens because those I can actually kill rather quickly if I ever hit them. Instead, he always exclusively targets the guy. Yep, that I can't win with that. Very good. Well, I guess we're not fighting the chickens then. Guess we'll just tank them until the end of time. Oh my god. Okay. Would you kindly, Raiden? Thank you. I tried to do the active dodge thing, but I got a jump instead because that's part of the inputs and I apparently didn't quite press them right. Oh, I can't cross there, but they can shoot through that, of course. That does make sense, I suppose. Oh, I'm out of juice, so I can't do the thing. There's a bird directly in your face, you dumbass. Oh my god. The wiggle prompt disappeared, probably because it used up a ration already, and then I still get punched anyway. That's why I fucked up the wiggling. I managed to do it fucking 18 times on the D-Wig punch. Yeah, I guess I'm not wiggling out of anything anymore. The fact that I cannot target these birds is legitimately incredibly irritating. Imagine actually having control over your character in a fucking action game. Wouldn't that be something? Like, if I could have just done this from the start by actually doing my fucking otherwise super reliable, maybe not as reliable, but pretty close to. Oh, never mind, here comes another one. Okay, I guess the game just wants me to leave. Okay, so I'll leave, fine, bye. But yeah, I was gonna say, if it just had let me fucking dive kick the fucking birds, well, oh, we're not actually leaving, never mind. If it just had allowed me to fucking do that once or twice, it would have been perfectly fine, because then I could have killed the fucking birds and everything else would not been a problem. As is, that was the most awkward shit I've done in this game so far, and I hope I'll never have to do it again. I couldn't see that he was winding up because the camera was literally going the opposite way. Ugh. There's only one enemy. There's not even that much room for the camera to fuck around, yet it finds a way to not look at the one enemy in tight quarters with me. I will never understand that. You have to wait so long to dodge that. Goodbye, I'm done. That was the first time I really didn't enjoy the combat because of the fucking incredible awkwardness. The other times was just like minor camera issues, it's like okay, whatever happens, but that was fucking god awful.
Yes, according to what I have here.
What should I expect to find? If they're VR training those brains, I'm guessing
At least now I get some fucking downtime with meaningless waffle going on.
Right. Most of it will likely be occupied by life support units. Feeding oxygen and nutrition to the brains they have stored, you know. They would also need a server
Well,
to
I guess I
feed
get
them the VR
tired.
data, but in terms of structure, it's really more brain storage and maintenance than a server room. But no doubt it makes a convenient euphemism for what they are really doing there.
Yeah, like how CIA agents refer to where they work as the company.
Indeed. Something like that would never arouse the suspicions of rank-and-file staff who may hear it. And I'm sure those complicit in this operation feel better not calling it the VR training room. Even something so simple as
I'd
a
like a
name
VR
can
training
help
room.
one ignore the truth of what they are doing.
I probably spend
Truly
time fucking around
fascinating how
now.
the human brain works.
So this, whatever room, that's where Sundowner's waiting, right? If he wants a fight, I wish he'd just get on with it. He didn't seem the type to run and hide.
Well, he is in charge of security, but I suspect this is not about business. If I had to guess, I would say he is toying with you, testing you, perhaps.
Whatever he's doing, it won't change what's going to happen once I finally catch up with him.
Looks like we might be getting a sick boss fight though, so that is likely the end of Grumpy Cube, hopefully.
What?
Hi, guy.
Miss Charles? She's...
No. A spare body, if I had to guess, likely controlled by an AI.
Like, see, that defensive phase, for example, was very short and sweet. She just pops up there, shoots some stuff at you, you have some ads to fight in the meanwhile, not a lot of downtime, and you just go back to slicing and dicing afterwards. Oh, I thought that attack would go through. I mean, they usually save the lures for the final phase anyway, and we've only just started. Maybe it's only the final phase though. Oh, so if I don't hit the weak spot of the staff, she parries and I have to do that again? Fair enough. Oh, I got grabbed by a guy right before she attacked me. I thought that was gonna parry though. shocked I got to still dodge that in time. Why is the camera so insistent on facing her when she jumps up, but not at all insistent on facing her when she's down here? Yep, no lyrics at all though. Fair enough.
And it's fair monsoon? Well, if it's AI controlled, it should pose no problem for you, yeah?
I mean, if it hides inside of the wall, that might pose a little bit of a problem. I don't know where his head is. Oh, I got to hit him before his attack connected, and thus I knocked him out of that phase, maybe? Huh. That looked kinda neat the way he was, like, sideways before jumping away. Okay, I couldn't tell that he was just gonna place too much and start kicking it. Never mind, I think you just did. No slicing and dicing.
Keep going, Raiden. You are almost to the server.
Oh, wrong side. My bad. This certainly looks like a room. At least I'm not getting oogly eyed from all directions.
Don't disrupt the students while class is in session. I believe you're familiar with the lesson plan. The same regimen you went through in Liberia. Effective program. Just look how you turned out. Of course, running it in the real world just got a bit too complicated. Doing it virtually though, no fuss, no muss. Straight to the brain. It's like a dream. Well, maybe dream is the wrong word. They can kill some POWs, some civilians. They enjoy it though. We give their pleasure centers a nice big joke every time. Plus, they get a shiny new body as a graduation present. Another thing you have in common. I chose this. They're kids, you son of a bitch. And kids are cruel. All people are by nature. They just lose touch with it as they get older. Start thinking they know right and wrong. That's immoral. War crime this, code of conduct that. Kids, you can mold, manipulate into performing all kinds of atrocities. And there's nothing like a good atrocity to keep a war going. That's why I'm shutting you down.
You just don't see the bigger picture, do you? Say you bring this whole place down. Waltz out of the rubble with all these precious brains. Nothing changes. All the guys in charge are long gone. We've got offices around the world. We're just suppliers. We don't create the market for war.
And who does? The Patriots are gone.
Those guys just manage the war economy. They didn't invent it. Did you think every battle in history was all part of some big old conspiracy?
Skills like
Bullshit! War is just part of who we are. Why fight it? Anyway, none of this will matter in 3 hours. Demand for PMCs is about to skyrocket. Like the good old days after 9/11.
What are you talking about?
yeah.
Follow me.
They're really good at, like, I mean the bad guys in this, really good at creating set pieces, either by coincidence in some sort of square or in their hideouts, for Raiden to stumble into and have people mouth off at him. Any goodies around in the very bad room? Do a quick look. Oh, on we go. VR mission. Oh nice, I hadn't really noticed that. What's that? Wait. Yeah, it does a bit, I agree. That's quite the gratuitous invisible wall here, look at this. Just noticed that while picking up the grenade. Had to point it out, couldn't resist. How did I get over there? Uh-huh. No, wait. They're highlighted in red. If they weren't highlighted in red as enemies, I wouldn't even think about trying to get to them. But I guess I'm not supposed to be able to. I don't really see a path that would lead me there, so I guess we'll just have to accept them hanging out and having a fun time. I think the map is also not showing terrain for us to stand on there, so it's probably just a little Easter egg. Hi guy. Mr. Clowny Face that appears on everyone's first set of this. Fair enough.
How's this, Jack? We can play up here without damaging the merchandise.
What happens in 3 hours?
Don't matter. You're too late. Even at Mach 2, you wouldn't make it. And killing you is gonna take some time. Slow and painful. Like I said, kids are cool, Jack. And I'm very in touch with my inner child.
I guess we just gotta go fast. That has a history of
You can be cool
defeating bald folks.
Jack.
Explosive Stop. Right. Keep your blade away from that shield. Your
Okay, no
should
spamming.
analyze it for you. Show you where to attack so it does not detonate. If you can only hit the right spot with your blade, maybe you can drop his gun.
Imagine doing something wrong and immediately the game not only tells you you did it wrong after you obviously did it wrong, but also immediately spells out what you did wrong and that you need to avoid doing that. Like, yes, thank you, I understand that I did that wrong. Yeah, I need to stop spamming when I'm near him. Oh fuck, I'm pressing the wrong button. I was looking at chat and just spamming X again because last time it was X. My bad. Are you sure you are? Because I don't think you are. Oh, I tried to get away. But my bad. Fuck. I'm really bad at those. I should probably practice my accuracy with those across the playthrough rather than just always mashing. I found mashing more fun though. Like the slice and dicing, spaghetti turning thing we were talking about last time. Wait, he's already half dead. Imagine being immune to friendly fire. Alright, let's press the right button this time. Wait, what? Oh, only that, I guess. Oh, I thought he was gonna drop it at some point. Again, stop just being aggressive, play patient, slow. Never mind. Abstract art, yeah. So, how do I only hit that? Guess like so, and like so. I swear I parried that, but Jack did nothing at all. Huh. There you go. Fuck, I thought I could attack afterwards, didn't need to. I think the part that, like, ends me about the precision stuff is that you do the strike by releasing the stick, which flicks it back slightly, which means that your precision goes out the window no matter how you align it a little bit. So you gotta have to let it go, like, slowly and gently. Excuse, I parried, what? I did nothing? What the hell? There's no way I did nothing. Oh, oops, I just stopped pressing buttons. I had stopped pressing X like 5 minutes ago, yet there were still like so many strikes in that series that it just kept going, and I couldn't quite tell what was going on because for some reason I'm locked to the fucking helicopter now. How did that... Oops, I should not. I thought he was doing an attack because he did the fucking red glow rather than just lifting his shield like normal. my god. There we go. Okay, so I can hit his legs, it's just... Oh, it doesn't even need to be the line itself. It's okay if it's... just the edge of the toe. Man dive bombs to the center of the arena. I should probably wait further away from him so there's more of his, like, I charge and now attack so I can parry. Like so, maybe. I might also have to press it correctly. How did I get that weird charge, like, shoulder attack all thing there? Oh, this is the worst camera angle to be doing this on. Yep, nice, thank you. I was so close that it was completely disconnected from where I was actually facing. Yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to begin with. Oh, that was faster than the other ones, wasn't it? Oh, that was a shame. Well, I guess it's time to die. Whee! Falls off the skyscraper. Never mind. Oh, is that supposed to be longer? I gotta move around because otherwise I can't see shit because of the wings being really big. Oh, I have rockets, nice. I keep expecting it to like make me go like left and then, or like dodge the far left and then go to the far left, but apparently it's not interested in doing that. This is what I've trained for all my life. Fuck, I was being shot. Almost dead. Let me remove my visor and instead protect myself with my my arm. That will help. Not like he gets to do much after all of it. Fair enough. Yeah, I did hit him a lot during the first phase because it took me so long to slice off the shields. That's very bad. Not really loving that fight too much, but alas, it's not bad. Oh yeah, more post-mortem rambling.
3 hours. He'll launch Operation Tecumseh.
Who? Armstrong?
I've already said too much.
Yeah. It's so silly.
I have a call to make.
Got yourself shaving?
Asshole. He's good. Real good. You knew this would happen, didn't you? Well, you get your wish. Up to you now. Sal.
Right.
Ring.
I've taken Marshall HQ.
Yeah. I have just entered Denver airspace. I will be there soon.
Hurry.
Oh, it's coming back, Loyalist.
Right. What Sundowner said.
I know.
Oh, never
Anything
mind.
that'll rival 9/11 cannot be good.
And in 3 hours, maybe less. He said even Mach 2 could not get there in time.
We'll try Mach 3 instead.
Over 4,000 miles away.
4,500. So whatever it is, it's not happening on American soil.
If it's gonna spike demand for PMCs, it's gotta be a political hotspot. A coup or civil war in a stable region wouldn't have a domino effect.
And they'd want to draw in a superpower. No.
What?
The president. He's on his way to Pakistan. If something happens to him there,
Oh, shit. The War on Terror Part 2.
contact the military.
Official channels are frozen since Mexico. Unofficial channels would take too long.
Besides, what's our proof? Who's gonna believe us over World Marshal?
Then we have to get there first.
Невозможно. Impossible. It is the other side of the planet. Even if we were in the world's fastest jet right now, it's not even close.
Hold up. It's not a jet we need.
Courtney?
We'll go through the
An
planet
RLV
itself.
would make it with time to spare.
That's...
Mach 23 if we're talking 1 atmosphere. 17,650 miles per hour.
That would make Pakistan in under half an hour.
Right. Contact Solus.
I tried that once, I felt like, but it didn't show up in, like, it wasn't highlighted in blue. And then afterwards, I might not have had enough juice or something, I don't know. But I thought that yellow icon did indicate blade mode, but I only tried it once. I should have tried it some more times. But yeah, in general, I also didn't really mind waiting a little bit. Because it felt like the just standing far back and then being charged by him seemed like the sort of easiest way of doing it. Yeah, just push me through the entire planet, MP. Would you say this is a good place to stop in terms of like how much left of the game there is? I'm guessing there's like 2 more of these kind of chapters, since we've had like 2 chapters the first stream, this was 2 chapters so far, and then I'm assuming there is 1 more chapter like this? Would you, well, like 2 more chapters like this rather, so would you say that this might be the place for me to stop, or should I keep going a little bit longer? Because I can do another one, I'm fine. I guess we'll just keep buffing those, I should. Right, then we'll do that. Let's go through the upgrades and then we'll call it here, and we'll continue there next time like we did today. Oh, we'll also have to go through the cutscene one way, so... Slightly bit more to do. Wait, that was very expensive, wasn't it? Yeah, we can't even afford those. Jesus. I mean complete. As in like there's no more to be done here. Fair enough.
Cargo's all set to go, sir.
Excellent. Commencing takeoff in semi-auto mode.
Man, rapid fires, helicopters.
You know, this kind of space launch once required days of preparation.
Solus has been conducting test flights almost every day for the last 6 months. As long as we're not breaking atmosphere, they said they can reroute today's flight no problem.
Amazing. The Earth is the cradle of humanity, but mankind cannot stay in the cradle forever.
I'm only going as far as the thermosphere. This thing can't pass the Kármán line. That lunar vacation will just have to wait.
And here I was hoping you might bring me back a monolith. Scheiße! 2 bogies closing fast!
He's a bit too German for that, I think.
Who else? The flight pattern suggests unmanned MQ-320s.
Fucking mouse center of the screen. My brain started ignoring it. I only just noticed it, sorry.
Defensive options are limited. Missiles incoming!
EMP?
Yes, but not strong enough to take out the drone. Here they come!
I'll handle this.
Raiden! Have a nice flight.
And people say Germans aren't funny. There it is.
You can't use augmentation very enough. I do not believe you.
All right, bring the chopper around.
Sword, engage hacking mode. Go on his mind. That is one off lid.
Okay, I'm coming back. This is easier said than done, you know. Raiden!
Cello music stops.
Raiden!
Unfortunate that there happened to be coincidental goons on
Sorry,
the
my
rooftop.
friend. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Is looking bad for future Mortal Kombat games.
I'm glad to see that you are all right. It's time you got out of Denver.
Right, so we'll stop it here then. Hello, Mouse Cursor, welcome back. It's been at least 2 seconds since we last saw you. That cutscene is basically exactly what I'm talking about with Needless Spectacle. Like, nothing of great value has happened there, right? Like, they slightly moved me from A to B, but there's not really any sort of tension in that scene. Like, what are we afraid of? Oh no, Raiden is gonna die during transit on a chopper or something. Like, oh no. Like, there's not much in terms of stakes or interesting stuff happening. It's not interactive in any way, it's just like, hey, look at these cool animations that we made. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty neat. Like, it's well done, well choreographed, well, like, cinematography or whatever. Sure, enjoyable, but, like, so pointless that I can't help but sit there and watch it like, yep, I am wasting the absolute shit out of my time. I'm not sure if you were here already, Turtle, when I had this little ramble, but I was rambling earlier about how I generally don't get along with spectacle fighters or spectacle games very much, because it just doesn't really do anything for me. It's to me always like someone saying, hey, I'm really cool, trust me, I'm really cool, I'm really, really awesome, instead of actually like being or doing something really awesome. So like, it just kind of always rubs me the wrong way a little bit, but oh well. Anyway, I've rambled about that enough, that said, so let's see if this a DK to raid. He was offline earlier, so he might have at this point started up his own stream. Nope, not live yet. Alright then, we'll just call it here. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you had fun. Despite the somewhat more... Actually, I mean, I wasn't that sleepy, was I? I don't think I fucked up that hard. Maybe I did. Maybe I ruined this playthrough long term. Maybe I made some decisions that now lead us to the bad ending or something. Definitely happening. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for the rest of this. Bye bye!